What happens when 5 different AIs combine to create the greatest Champions League team in history? Tonight, you'll see the answer, because here, AI decides. We start in goal, and here there was no debate. Every AI picked the same man, Iker Casillas. Real Madrid legend, 3-time Champions League winner, record 177 matches, and decisive saves in crucial moments, such as the 2002 final in Bayer Leverkusen. He's considered one of the most consistent and reliable goalkeepers in European football history. The definition of reliability between the posts. Casillas takes his place as our goalkeeper. From the man in goal, we move to the defense. Let's start with the right back. And things got interesting. ChatGPT opened with Dani Carvajal, 6 Champions League titles with Real Madrid, a record for a defender. Defensive solidity and decisive attacking contributions, including his assist in 2014 and even scoring in the 2024 final. But Claude disagreed and went with Dani Alves. 3 Champions League titles with Barcelona and the most assists by a defender in UCL history. DeepSeek threw in Cafu, winner with Milan in 2007, endless stamina and a symbol of Brazilian energy down the flank. So the decision was wide open until Gemini and Grok cast the final votes. Both sided with Dani Carvajal. And that seals it. Carvajal is our right back. Now, the heart of the back line. At right center back, all 5 AIs agreed instantly. Sergio Ramos, the captain and emotional leader of Real Madrid during its most successful modern era. Ramos won 4 Champions League titles, scored in 2 finals, and was crucial in countless decisive matches. His equalizer in the 2014 final against Atletico Madrid is one of the most iconic moments in the history of the competition. Clutch, fearless, and relentless. Ramos is our first center back. And alongside him, another unanimous choice. Paolo Maldini, the eternal captain of AC Milan, winner of 5 Champions League titles and participant in a record 8 finals across 3 different decades. Maldini played both as a center back and a left back, always with elegance, consistency, and leadership. He's widely regarded as one of the greatest defenders in football history, and his record in the Champions League is unmatched. So Maldini takes his spot at center back. Now the left back. And here the AIs were split. ChatGPT chose Roberto Carlos, 3-time Champions League winner with Real Madrid, famous for his blistering speed and thunderous shots. DeepSeek went with Marcelo, 5-time Champions League winner, 26 assists in the competition, flair and creativity from defense like few others in history. Grok joined DeepSeek with Marcelo. Gemini sided with Roberto Carlos. And it all came down to Claude, who sealed it for Roberto Carlos. And that seals it. Roberto Carlos is our left back. With the defense locked in, it's time to see who controls the midfield. At the center, another clean sweep. All AIs voted for Xavi Hernandez, the heart of Barcelona's tiki-taka era. Xavi won 4 Champions League titles with Barca and is considered the brain of their legendary midfield. His passing precision, tactical intelligence, and ability to control matches made him one of the most influential midfielders in the history of the competition. So, Xavi controls our midfield. For the right side, the debate got intense. ChatGPT went with Luka Modric, the engine of Real Madrid's dynasty, with 5 UCL titles and a Ballon d'Or. Master of vision and tempo, he defined their historic three-peat. His resilience and elegance under pressure made him one of the most reliable performers of his generation. Gemini and Grok broke the rhythm, voting Andres Iniesta, 4-time Champions League winner with Barcelona. Creative, composed, and decisive in the biggest moments, he brought balance and magic to one of the greatest midfields ever known. Known for his dribbling in tight spaces and calmness under pressure, he was often the spark that unlocked defenses. 2 incredible names, 1 spot. And in the end, Claude and DeepSeek gave the edge to Luka Modric. So the Croatian joins our 11. To complete the midfield, the drama continued. Grok started with Kaká, 2007 Ballon d'Or, top scorer of the 2006 and 7 Champions League, and unstoppable in Milan's run to the title. Gemini and Claude, on the other hand, turned to Zinedine Zidane. Zidane's Champions League legacy is pure gold. His unforgettable 2002 volley against Bayer Leverkusen remains the greatest goal in UCL history. Beyond that moment, he embodied elegance, vision, and authority, controlling the biggest matches with effortless brilliance. Winner of the Champions League and a symbol of class, his name alone commands respect in any all-time 11. Then, the last two votes came in. ChatGPT and DeepSeek also sided with Zidane. And with that, Zidane takes the final midfield spot. With the midfield complete, now it's time to reveal the forwards. On the right wing, there was no debate. All 5 AIs went with Lionel Messi. 4-time Champions League winner, he's the player many consider the greatest in football history. With 129 goals and countless assists, he redefined what dominance in Europe's biggest competition looks like. From his soaring header in the 2009 final against Manchester United, to his magical dismantling of defenses, Messi turned Champions League nights into pure theater. His dribbling, vision, and genius made him unstoppable. The kind of player who could change the course of a season with a single touch. In the Champions League, as in football itself, Messi is the gold standard of greatness. At center forward, ChatGPT and Gemini went straight for Cristiano Ronaldo. DeepSeek, Grok, and Claude made it very clear, no debate at all, Cristiano Ronaldo is the striker of this team. No one, and I mean absolutely no one, has dominated this competition the way he has. The goals, the records, the clutch performances. He's the all-time top scorer of the tournament, with more than 140 goals. He's also the all-time leader in assists, proving he wasn't just a finisher, but a complete forward. He won the trophy 5 times, once with Manchester United, and 4 more with Real Madrid, and was the face of Madrid's historic dynasty. And when the pressure was highest, Ronaldo always delivered. Cristiano doesn't just play the Champions League, he owns it. And now, the final spot, left wing. Here's where things got controversial. Gemini voted Thierry Henry, 50 Champions League goals and one of the deadliest forwards of his era. At Arsenal, he carried his team to the 2006 final with his trademark runs from the left. And at Barcelona, he finally lifted the trophy in 2009 as part of the treble. More than a scorer, he redefined the modern forward with pace, creativity, and precision. ChatGPT went with Raul Gonzalez, a Real Madrid legend with 3 Champions League titles and goals in 2 finals. For years, he was the competition's all-time top scorer, embodying consistency, leadership, and loyalty across more than a decade at the highest level. His presence alone made him a symbol of the Champions League. Claude also voted for Henry. DeepSeek backed Raul. So it was Grok who would define our left wing. And the winner is Raul Gonzalez. The AIs put Raul on the left and Cristiano through the middle. But we believe the team works better with one adjustment. Cristiano shifts wide, and Raul takes his natural place up front. With the starters decided, let's look at the legends who make up the bench. For the goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer, 2-time Champions League winner with Bayern. A sweeper keeper, commanding in the biggest nights. In defense, Cafu, 2007 UCL champion with Milan, relentless engine down the flank, and a symbol of European consistency. In midfield, we've got Andres Iniesta, 4-time UCL winner with Barcelona, vision, control, and clutch moments all over Europe. Alongside him, Clarence Seedorf, the only player to win the Champions League with 3 different clubs, Ajax, Real Madrid, and AC Milan. And up front, Karim Benzema, 5-time UCL winner, 4th all-time scorer, and the face of the 2021-22 Knockout Masterclass. Now, with the full squad built, one question remains. Who leads them? Every team needs a leader, and here's who wears the armband. Gemini and Claude backed Sergio Ramos. ChatGPT chose Paolo Maldini, but with DeepSeek and Grok also siding with Ramos, the choice is clear. With 4 votes to 1, the AIs chose the man you love if he's on your team, and hate if he's lined up against you, but always following the battle. His leadership, passion, and clutch performances make Sergio Ramos the captain of this legend-packed 11. Last but not least, the manager. Claude and Grok wanted Zinedine Zidane. He carved his name into Champions League history by winning 3 consecutive titles with Real Madrid, a feat never achieved in the modern era. Calm, decisive, and a master of man management, he turned a dressing room full of superstars into an unstoppable European dynasty. But ChatGPT, Gemini, and DeepSeek had other plans. The 3 AIs voted for Carlo Ancelotti, the most successful coach in Champions League history. Ancelotti has won the tournament 4 times as a manager across different decades and with different clubs. He lifted it twice with AC Milan and twice with Real Madrid, proving his ability to adapt and win in completely different eras. Calm, flexible, and a master of managing superstars. According to the AIs, Carlo Ancelotti is the all-time Champions League manager. And with manager and captain decided, the team is complete. So here it is, the best Champions League team ever assembled. Now it's your turn. Do you agree with the AIs? Which player was left out that should be in the starters? Drop your 11 in the comments. If you enjoyed this, subscribe for more legendary, star-stacked teams made only of what AI thinks is best. Because, in the end, AI decides.